source called Riksdagen, and that's a high quality book. So you can see here's the party in the Swedish parliament in Swedish, and if I click on this one, oops, you will see that we come to a scanned picture of the book. And if we use, I don't know if you have seen this Chrome extension from a person down in Australia, we can jump from this side back to Wikidata. So the Wikidata here we have, and I also started use the ranking, so we can see that where we agree with an external source if they have. I can run it in English so it's easier to follow. So this is a person, and the person in the Swedish parliament has two names. And it has the normal name and also the name they used in the government. And the reason they have was to, if some people has the same name, they call them Gubbel in Harge or Double in Stockholm and so on. So what I have done is that I have added those name forms with reference to this book that is high quality. Then we have the references all the time to the book. And that could be a very good start for them. For the problem, as I think you see here on the metadata they have. So I'm not part of the project. Here they say they have CSV files, but they don't have the source, which I think is a lack. But now I start seeing that they start understand that the source quality need to be added. And I have started speaking about provenance, and I also try to describe the Wikidata model using Dennis and so on, what he has produced. And also how we handle reliable sources. I have myself, I wrote that I didn't present, I wrote a paper about that we need to get better trust in, we need to have some kind of trust measurement of sources. For example, we have this book which I spoke about here is excellent. The problem is it's from 1885. They guess a little bit. I can see when they add location, you don't understand if this is a parish or what it is. Here you can guess it's a parish because that's the only place called Hedvig Eleonora and so on. But it's old material and they don't use linked data. But as we have moved most of this data to Wikidata, we have all people in Wikidata, they selected to use us. And there are other, as the Swedish National Heritage, that have a lot of people documented, but they don't have linked data. So it's, in best case, they have a web page, but that's not good enough for this research project. So the interesting thing here now is that last week, or they created their own properties. Now we will see if they how they will populate it, and I hope they will have it not just for people. And this is the project. They have an ecosystem of linked open data, but my feeling is that the linked open data part is evolving, can you say so? And here is Måns is the person, he's a machine learning person, excellent on GitHub, fast and so on. So when they check in something, they have a push release. They check if the data is consistent with Wikidata, which is cool. And here is a property they have, 12192, and you can see on the property proposal how they look on Wikidata and so on, which I think is okay. They care about fair data. I don't think they have a ecosystem, and maybe have been away in Spain last week, so I haven't followed your discussion, but my feeling is that they are moving into that direction and start understanding. And they liked Wikidata that because we had 3,000 people with the Q number. For example, so this is a person in the Swedish parliament. And then he's also documented by very good sources like 3217, I think. Which I have added to Wiki Dictionary of Swedish National Biography. But the problem is they don't have structured data. So they have those web pages and they produce books. And I connected to them in 2016-17. But they are not fast moving and so on. So they selected that Wikidata is a better candidate. And if you look at Sverige here, see if you have set it up correct. We haven't. So we also have in the Swedish parliament. This one. But they just have rather bad data, if you ask me. But they also have just from 1970. See if we can get it up here. But we can take a call. If you would like to be, I'm home this week. I will be in London. I don't know where you're from. I will be in London next week. This one we should have. I stopped this. No,